What is going on, guys? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys a Tuesday edition of my NBA DFS podcast. We have an exciting 10-game main slate tonight. More than half of the games have an over-under of 235 or more. Two of the games have a 240. So there's some exciting basketball out there tonight. There aren't many blowout risks. Really, the only blowout risk is the Celtics giving the Rockets 14.5 points currently at home. But some of the Rockets guys are pretty blowout proof. We'll get into that in just a moment. I just saw an update that Sabonis missed shoot around today. I think he fractured his thumb or something. And then there was another note saying that Alex Len was out there with the starters. That is a development that I'm excited to see, because that could be an absolute mess. They are the 10 o'clock Eastern game, so we might not get much information before the lock tonight. Had a decent day yesterday. The cash NFL single game did well. We had Eckler at MVP. He scored twice. That game was pretty ugly outside of that. And then NBA, we had some sneaky backdoor wins with Jeremy Grant dropping almost 60 FanDuels. LaMelo Ball also went off against the Blazers. That game environment was fantastic. We have Taco Tuesday prize picks today we should take advantage of. A lot of things going on here. Strictly basketball, 10 games. Not a ton of value, but also not a lot of injury news that we have to wait on. The biggest questionable guys are Sabonis, like I said, and Jalen Brunson on the Knicks. Outside of that, there's some role player questionable guys, but nothing crazy. As usual, I'm going to give you guys 5 plays that I like as of right now. Things can always change. Got to keep an eye out on that news. I'm also doing a Twitter subscriber main slate FanDuel team tonight. I've been doing that more often to benefit my subscribers. A lot of you guys have been signing up for that $10 monthly fee. You get a bunch of lineups tweeted out to you, and then I reload your FD Guru account with 10 credits, or $10 in credits, which is 50 credits on the first of every month to cover that fee. So very beneficial. You get a lot of extra content out of me. So subscribe over on my Twitter page when you have the chance. So getting into tonight's picks, let's go right back to LaMelo Ball. This guy's been just an absolute stud. This Hornets and Warriors game has a 240 over under. I think it's like a 3.5 or a 4-point spread right now. Should stay close. Ball has been really producing. His stat lines are just so similar over the last week. 23 to 27 real points. He's been getting assists. He's been getting steals. He's been doing everything. This guy plays with no fear. He puts up a lot of threes. Even when I was watching him last night, he missed a few shots in a row, and then he's still chucking 30-foot threes. This guy, for his age, he plays with, a lot of confidence. He should be a guy who's 9,500 at this point. He plays I'm going to compare him to like a Tyrese Halliburton, maybe more of a scorer than an assister. I would say Halliburton's a little bit more of an assister, but, we've seen Halliburton get up towards 10,000. LaMelo Ball should be right around there. He's a similar player, similar output. Let's take advantage of this price on him. We won't see him sub 9,000 for much longer. This guy's been putting up 45 to 50 fantasy points for 5 straight games now. What a great game environment again here tonight against the Warriors without Steph Curry. Shooting guard, more of a cash game play. He has a floor. Picked him on Christmas Day. Was actually shooting lights out from 3, but got into foul trouble. Only played 27 minutes. This might be the last time we can pick DeAnthony Melton. Tyrese Maxey has the chance to return on Friday. Actually, I don't know if the 76ers play again before Friday, but regardless, our days of picking Melton as a starter are dwindling. 6,200 is a good price. He's going to get 30 minutes. He can be a fantasy point per minute kind of guy. Obviously, he plays in the shadow of James Harden and Joel Embiid. But, he can get a lot of steals. He's a big steal guy. If he can stay on the court for 30 minutes, if he stays out of foul trouble, he's not a guy that's going to get into foul trouble often. We just ran into that on Christmas. He's going to play 32, 35 minutes. We see 38 and 41 in there. 6,200 is a good price. He needs 31 fantasy points to hit value. Again, more of a cash game guy. He doesn't present a ton of upside for tournaments. We'll see if his value stays intact as we hear more news today. Small forward DiVincenzo is a great play. 6,000. He becomes the third offensive option behind Jordan Poole and Klay Thompson here. Andrew Wiggins is still out. Steph Curry is out. Draymond Green is not an offensive guy, and Kevon Looney is, he's kind of half and half. DiVincenzo, he's going to get plenty of shots up. He played well on Christmas. Wasn't sure how he was going to play at that $6,000 price tag, so I did not play him on Christmas. Saw 30-plus minutes, can be a fantasy point per minute guy. And like I was saying with LaMelo Ball, this game environment is one of the best games on this slate. 240 over-under. There should be a lot of points here. I expect him to get 30 fantasy points like he did on Christmas Day. He's been pretty consistent in the absence of Steph Curry and Andrew Wiggins. So this is a nice, he's a very similar play to DeAnthony Melton. Maybe not a GPP guy, but has that, consistent floor to play in cash games. Power forward, Eric Gordon was ruled out today about, 40 minutes ago. Kenyon Martin should fall right into the starting lineup for the Rockets. He is directly impacted with the status of Eric Gordon. When Gordon is playing, he doesn't play much. Like last game, only played 21 minutes. When he was out, 29 minutes. He's going to see 28-plus minutes tonight. And the great thing about Kenyon Martin is even though they are 14.5-point dogs here, he's kind of blowout-proof. A lot of guys on the Rockets are blowout-proof, especially the young guys. I would say if the Celtics are blowing out the Rockets, the only guys that get sad are probably Şengün, probably Kevin Porter, and probably Jalen Green. I don't think Kenyon Martin's going to matter. I think he's still going to see 28 minutes. They're going to be shorthanded without Eric Gordon. He only needs 21 fantasy points. With those minutes, he can easily be like a 0.8, 0.9 fantasy point per minute kind of guy, which, projects him pretty well here against the Celtics. Even though they are underdogs, this is a good game environment. The Celtics play fast. It's got a high over-under. Good, cheap value play. And then for center, let's go to Okongwu. We love picking Okongwu when Clint Capella is out. Capella is out tonight. Okongwu's been playing really well as of late. He even played really well against Detroit with Capella back last game. 20 minutes, 32 fantasy points. This guy can fill it up in every stat category except assists and steals, really. He can score, he can rebound, and he can block. 2 blocks in his last 4 games, at least 2 blocks. He had 5 blocks against the Bulls. This guy needs 29 fantasy points to hit value, and he's been really good when Capella's been off the court. So he's a guy we're definitely going to want to target in all formats tonight. Fantastic matchup against the Pacers. Has a huge over-under, like a lot of the games do tonight. Very excited for this slate. I hope a couple extra guys break in terms of news so we can get a little bit more value. But these 5 guys are looking really good. My favorite plays here are definitely LaMelo Ball, Kenyon Martin, and Okongwu, while DiVincenzo and Melton fall into the mainly, just cash game plays due to their consistent minutes and floor. That'll do it for this video, guys. Let's get after this slate tonight. I'll probably do a after hours team as well for the 2 10 o'clock games. So plenty to do tonight. Get over to my website, fd-guru.com, to look at all my content later on. And let's cash out. Until next time, I am the FD Guru, and I am signing off. See ya.